Hello, I'm here. I'll do some readings if anybody wants a reading. So, I'm waiting for Victoria. No. So I'm going to do a paranormal investigation, remote viewing, paranormal investigation. So, but until the paranormal investigators are ready, I will be happy to do some free readings here. So, speak up or scroll on by. Feels like I just was doing this. Hello. I'm doing some readings. I got my cards. I'm using mystical wisdom cards. So I have the records open. So if anybody doesn't know what I mean, I've got the Akashic records open for this podcast. So if you're meant to be here and get a reading, I'm here. I'll just pull some. Hi, Laura. I'm sick. I always pull the same dang cards here. You know what? I'm just going to shuffle these up real good. I'll pull some cards for you, Laura. I got all kinds of stuff on my desk I have to move away. Okay. You got some good cards here, Laura. Legends. Learn from those who inspire you. New beginnings. So I feel like you're moving out of some really old energy is moving out. So there's a shift coming for you. And this is raise your standards. So whether that's personally with yourself, or getting more personally with yourself, re-examine what you value and what, you feel is important and what's not important. So, all right. I feel like I'm going to spend my life online all the time pretty soon. It's not my favorite thing, but it is what it is. Plug my phone in. So Victoria will probably go live on her page, and then I'm just going to stream as a screen share on my page when she goes live, no, we're not installing software right now. No. I'm going to pull myself some cards. Oh, that's why I asked. Ridiculous. So Victoria's over in Tennessee. I don't know exactly where she's at. I really don't like this card. I want to burn the same. There's like so many cards in this deck, but the same cards. Huh. Well, I got a different one. Face your fears. So I got a lot of work ahead of me. It's just moving on. Does anybody out there want a reading? I'm just hanging out waiting for Victoria and her crew to get set up. I thought I'd just come on and do some readings while I wait for her and the crew. So, anyone want a reading? Good grief. Maybe I should use a different deck. So, anybody want a reading? I got the Akashic Records open. I'm going to pull Saints and Angel cards too. So, if anybody wants Saints and Angels. It's raining outside here. It's storming. A lot of wind. I'm in South Reno, so it's pretty windy here all year round, which is kind of nice because it cools off when it's hot. Anyone want a reading? Okay. So pretty fun. The last paranormal investigation I did with Victoria, she was at, what was it called? Let's see. Boiling Springs. Oh, God. Anyways, I guess Chip Coffee's been there. The legend card is a card. I'll get the booklet out. Legend. You have the opportunity to rise to great heights, listen and learn, and gain insights from those whose path you wish to follow. Gather information and do some research into your legend. Learn what is best for you right now to follow your dreams. folk tales describe how the main personality in a legend copes with the events of everyday life. Deep within the tales is a lesson to pass on to you. The story may be of miracles, spiritual courage, or even fairy tales. True legends, such as Joan of Arc or Nelson Mandela, courageously took on battles to overcome obstacles and persevered to meet triumph and victory. So, your mantra is I gather inspiration, strength, and insight from true legends. So, so it's not just gathering information and research and finding inspiration. It's actually putting that into motion and incorporating that and integrating that and aligning with that type of spirit. And raise your standards. Raise your standards. Well, what was that card? I think it's the peacock card. It's like I pull the same card over and over again for this podcast. It's rarely something different. The peacock is one of the most exquisitely beautiful creatures of the world's animal kingdom. Most virtuous and embodies the admired characteristics of integrity and loyalty, friendship, family, unity. You are encouraging selfless and enrich the lives of everyone you meet. The peacock is also very protective of its young and will provide for and protect them under any circumstance. This card can also be seen as an indicator to better yourself, to raise your standards, to be more like a peacock. And that's what I gathered from it when I pulled your card. So there's that. And poof, they're gone. Come on, Victoria. I'm going to share. I'll share. What shall I share? Let's see. I don't know what to share right now. I'm hanging out online doing readings. Okay. I'm doing free readings until Victoria's ready with her crew in Tennessee. So I got 2 decks tonight. I've got Saints and Angels and Mystical Wisdom. Otherwise, I'm going to sit here and blabber. Blabber. If you'd like a card reading, I'd be happy to give you a card reading. I also have the records open. So, Anybody? I know it's unusual for me to go live on a Thursday. A Thursday. I guess I can talk about some stuff. Wait. Some stuff. What stuff? I guess I'll talk about decoding Zeppelin, which is going to take some time because it's in the works. But let's see. Let's see what we can do here. Goof off. No, I want album covers. No, this one. Oh my God. No, go back. Oh, here we go. Let's see. Let's see on the cover. There we go. That's cool. Share screen. Okay. Anybody want a reading? So these guys know something. They've channeled stuff. They've had experiences. And I wish I could zoom into this. I need to find a better image to zoom in on. But there's a couple meanings to the mothership. So this is a wild rabbit hole. Look at all these arrows. They're trying to tell you something. This thing right here is telling a huge story. It almost makes my head hurt. Because this building here has 3 different meanings to me that I can pick up. And you got Lucifer here. But that goes, I mean, you can go way down a rabbit hole with that. And look at this arrow here, and you got Lucifer. And then you can look at this as being, it's called this Ishtar's temple. And there's so much here. I'm going to break this down for you guys because just this one cover, it's not even this lyrics. It's just this one cover is just, there's so much. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then there's more. So I really need to break it down because it's not going to make any sense to anyone. Because my story, the book I wrote, The Theory of 8, I unraveled this mystery and connection with them. So I kind of need to lay that out so you have a better understanding what they were doing there. And maybe look at Coda. Let's look at Coda. Coda is creepy. I started getting downloads in my office one day, and had this vision like 3 years before, 2.5 years before. And it was actual code in this vision. And it actually had a line in it. So I'm like sitting there listening to this music and I'm watching this on YouTube. I'm like, oh, this is really weird. I'm getting psychic hits off of this. So they channeled some stuff. But I mean, this is like one of my favorite bands, so it really sucks to talk dirt. But this is an upside down cross for sure. So, and there's, you've heard the rumors, you've heard the gossip, people have written about this stuff. It's it's nothing new. It's nothing on outside of how it correlates to and relates to my story, um, which is very interesting. Um, so that'll come out in time, and I'm working on it. I got a lot of work. I'm a one woman show. I'm like doing all this stuff. I need some peeps working for me. So yeah, I don't have this whole code deciphered. I only remember two symbols from the code in my vision, and they were, let's just talk about that. Phi and Delta. And it took me forever to find what these symbols were. Well, I woke up Greek one morning and I'm like, oh, she's Greek. So I could go decipher it by symbol. Anyways, I'm not, these symbols, you can find them online. The phi and the delta. Well, how I translated this was that, what is it? It's a philosophy of what's true or false. So, and I would assume that the rest of the code would be something to the effect is how do you prove something true or false? What's the process of that? And potentially what we have is not the complete truth. So it's hard to decipher a truth when you only have part of a truth or a truth doused with lies. So this thing's made my head hurt. I know this is going to be the trilogy memoir set of Julianne Guthrie Smolson. I know there's another book coming. I can feel it already. Oh my God. I'm just going to keep better notes and write as I go now. So, anybody want a card reading? I'm just hanging out waiting for Victoria, who's in Tennessee. It should be like 9 o'clock there almost. Yeah, she's 2 hours ahead of me. Anybody want a reading? Stop sharing. Messed up. Hello. Anybody want a reading? I have a couple sets of cards. Just waiting for Victoria. Viewers want to talk about anything? Oh man. You want to see my old school sprays I made? This is my old logo. Spirit, alchemy, energy, configurations. It's woo-woo for you boo-hoo. That smells good too. Yeah. I'm awake. Oh. Anybody want a reading? I did not plan anything. I've been working today. Working as usual. I have my Saints and Angels cards out too. I'm going to pull some cards for a friend of mine. So what did the theory of eight, or Alexa tell you the theory of eight is? Yeah, this is, my theory of eight. This is not originally the theory of eight. Someone asked me, what happened to you when you were 8 years old? And I didn't, obviously I went on this long adventure the last few years. So I still don't have the complete story, but I have enough to finish my book. So the theory was turning into whatever you were doing when you were 8 years old, you should be doing as an adult to make money. But yeah, I did a lot of, looking out there. Yes, I understand it's string theory. And then there's I think the theory of eight is also the theory of everything. So there's a lot of different meanings to the number eight. As my book's heavy with eights. So my great grandmother is a real big part of this book. Unfortunately, she was a witch. She wasn't a good witch. She was pretty terrible. And she was born 8808 at 8 a.m. So she also was a witch in a past life when I was Thomas Paine. And we kind of would run into each other, and I kind of gonna get you, lady. So she got attacked in that lifetime. She got stoned and beaten by a mob and then died 8 days later. You can actually go find the story. There's actual newspaper articles about this that were written back in 1787. And there was also another piece written. Her name's, it's a German name. Krombacher means basket weaver. It's called We the People and the Witch, something like that. The Witch and We the People. I think it was written like in the 80s. Yeah, 1983 it was printed. So I was astonished to find that. So, which is, this whole book is a process of uncovering all these different clues and then piecing them together, understanding that, oh, well, this is the same woman in this article, and getting confirmation on that. And she was actually there with the founding fathers while they were writing. It was the Constitutional Convention. So she was doing her witchcraft there. There was a lot of tomfoolery going on. So she was hanging out with my maternal grandfather from this lifetime was Ben Franklin. So she was hanging out with him. And my dad in this lifetime from this lifetime was John Hancock. So I don't know. There's rumors out there that Ben Franklin. There's a lot of stories out there about Ben Franklin. And when I was matching these part of my soul family together, it's the characteristics or certain little things like Ben Franklin. I'm like, I thought that was my great grandfather on my dad's side. Then I had to think, I'm like, okay, who's the inventor? Who had patents in my family? And it was my mom's dad. So, John Hancock, there's an association there. My dad worked for John Hancock, and John Hancock was also accused of smuggling, oil and tea and, products as well as people. So there was that association. So, who else was there? My great grandmother was very ugly. It's crazy because I'm like, who has this really wrinkled face, this really cracked skin? And I couldn't figure it out for the longest time. I even meditated on them. Like, who is this? I didn't know who it was. It was my great grandmother. She had that same, ugh. Yeah, like a witch. A bad witch. So, interesting stuff. That's just part of the story. So, yeah. Well, going back to the number 8, I did research on the number 8 too, and you have to look at it a few different ways. For me personally, because my book opens with the question of what happened to you when you were 8 from an astrological reading. I had to look at my 8th house, which was pretty prominent because I have a stellium of 5 planets in that house. And so there's a lot going on there, and it all has to do with like secrets, hidden stuff, the unknown, the unseen, the woo-woo. I mean, it's pretty clear. And I'm like very aligned with my astrological chart. So I could read a little bit about that. Let me see what's going on. I don't want to look back at my memories. Oh my god. Yeah, I'm gonna read just a little bit about that. Let's see. The Theory of 8. I know my let's see. So, oh, and by the way, my lifetime, there's a lifetime that I had in Babylon. And of all places, that's where astrology originated or developed. So, let's see. The 8th house is the house of transformations involving sex, birth, death, merged energy, and resurrection, as well as the emotional and mental effects of those transformations. The Eighth house is also about bonding and intimacy on the deepest level, power struggles for control, which that's a lot of my book, the theme, um, where you enter at your own risk, repressed memories, fears, what's lurking beneath the surface, the unknown, the hidden, the secrets, the taboo, the occult, mysteries, the mysterious, what's not known or seen, organized religion, institutions, spiritual rituals, spiritual practices, money, real estate, inheritance, debts, taxes, joint finances, loans, grants, investments, or other people's properties. I've got that in there. See, I'm editing as I read this to y'all. Um, so the stellium means, which is uncommon, which means this will be a common theme throughout my life. It's, so I'm doing this woo woo stuff, so woo woo is going to be a part of my life and all the taboo stuff. So, what else? Hardships that equal death. Yeah. That girl's over on. Okay, I got a request. She wants to comment. Approve. Okay. Hey girl, come to my page, my homepage. Hello. Facebook user. I don't know. Someone calling me young lady. Would you like a reading, Facebook user? I'm just hanging out talking about the Three of Eight, and so this is kind of freakish. To you know, you think you're gonna get killed by being struck by lightning. So my astrological chart says, I'll have a sudden, unusual, and unexpected death that might be from an earthquake, thunder, natural disasters, or electricity. Okay, Joanne. Oh, that's so weird. I saw that on someone else's podcast. Um, let's see. Yeah, I got Uranus, Pluto, of course, the Sun, Jupiter, and Mercury are all in my eighth house. So there's no wonder that I did this book that was research, investigations, um, about the unknown, and it's psychological. Yeah, I believe everything happens for a reason. Hmm. So maybe I'll read. Hey, Laura, you still there? Maybe you can suggest a piece to read. Hmm. Okay. Okay. Should I talk about a vision? My visions? The shapeshifter? You talk about Charlie the angel. that's even in my horoscope. It says something about you always have like these strange experiences happening. So I do have quite had this guy Charlie tell me he was an angel. Like, all right, dude. All right, dude. Then he told me, hey, you're a code writer. No, he said, no, what did he say? He said I was a programmer. I'm like, dude, I didn't go to school to be a programmer. No, I'm not what are you talking about? And, we'd have these conversations, these really spiritual conversations about the universe and humanity and life. And then, oh my God, he goes, no, you're a code writer. And then what else did he say? There was something else he told me. I was thinking about it and I didn't put it in my book. There's something else. That doesn't matter. Anyways, he started demanding that I write code. And I'm like, dude, I just started the theory of eight. I just started writing it. I was just starting. And of course, it's completely different than what I had planned. I'm like, dude, you got to go because I don't know what you're talking about. So through this book, The Theory of Eight, I have to write code. But it's pretty funny because Charlie's Angel send you a link. A link to what? A link to what? I'm here on my page. Aren't you my friend anymore? I want to. Are you really my friend, Joanne? Okay, I hope that works for you. Anyways, God's got a sense of humor. Charlie the angel. And Charlie's not really technically, he may be earning his wings, but at the time he was not an angel. So, what else can I talk about? I had this weird lady come to me. So, when I lived in Modesto, I was trying to. Nope. I see Joanne Stewart on here. So, you want a card reading, Joanne? I'm just waiting for Victoria to go live. I've got Saints and Angels. How's your cop friend, Joanne? And I've got the Mystical Wisdom. I think that's, yeah. Sure. Sure. How's your cop friend doing? Have you turned a siren on? This is for you. Ooh. See? I keep saying, I keep pulling the same cards. Okay. Girl. Nothing is coming this way. It says take time for relaxation and adventure. Are you gonna follow the cop car around? Battles of the Blues. Take steps towards positive changes. Oh boy. And this says, don't be afraid to fly solo. Can we just burn this card already? I'm switching to electric. Something that you got to plug in. You're going to have to charge the batteries. Are you talking about a car? Are you buying an electric vehicle? Oh, God. Oh, dear Lord. Yeah, and then if you go overseas, you're going to have to get a converter. Or take extra batteries. Oh, dear God. Okay, came up. You need a vacation, girl. No man chopping wood. I don't know. I think my spirit guides that want me to have fun. I'm gonna pull me a card because I'm telling you, you think writing a book is hard. It's all 110 is a plug-in. Yeah, I know, but they have different. Like, if you go to Europe and use that 110 over there, you're in trouble. You're gonna blow fuses. You're gonna start electrical fires. Oh my goodness. So, Joanne, opportunity knocks. Go for it. Okay. Come on. Yes. Wow, I need a vacation. I really need a vacation. Okay. I need to go on a vacation. I know it's going to be a working vacation. Got to get me some gigs. Book tour or something. Get people to pay for it. Yes. Yes. I think that's a fantastic idea. I need to make a note of that. Of course, I don't have paper here. I got paint swatches. I can use these. Yep. Aren't these pretty? The colors my office were very pretty. Yes. Yes. Very pretty. Okay. Olive green. I used to love that color. I got burned out on it because I would wear it. Everything was green. I had this awesome pair of jeans that were green and this awesome olive green sweater, wool sweater. It was awesome. So, okay. So the last time I did a paranormal investigation with Victoria, wherever she was, it's over in Tennessee where she lives. And yeah, I love Burgundy too. Chip Coffee had been to this property like 4 different times. And that place was a real trip because there was warding on the windows and the walls, like this hallway. And then Elvis had been there when he was in the military. So that was interesting. See? See? So what's your drink, sister? What do you like to drink? I mean, it depends. I like cinnamon whiskey. I can drink vodka cranberry, margaritas, beer, Merlot. You can keep your sissy white wine. That stuff gives me a headache. So, I was going to talk about the weird lady. Okay. So, when I lived in Modesto, I was vodka, anything slash. Okay. I like Tom Collins too. Those are good. I gotta watch it though. I'm a lightweight because I don't drink that often anymore. So I was living in Modesto. I was trying to get my gig going, doing vending gigs and stuff, and reached out to the Veterans Center and I had some pamphlets there, some brochures, and somebody had picked one up and gave it to their friend. So I had this lady call me and tell me, she's like making an appointment with me. And then she gets to my house because I was working out of my house. And she goes, no, 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 no. I'm here to do a session for you. I'm like, what? Okay. So she started doing the psychic reading and stuff. And I was just like, all right, whatever. I'm not paying you. So she started we'd have these conversations every now and then, or we'd text each other. And she was an older lady. She was probably in her mid 60s, later 60s. And she's telling me she was part of this big secret project at Livermore Lab. And who is that? Well, I pray for him that he does well. She's telling me that all this, she was part of these psychic experiment things at Livermore Lab and UC Berkeley. And then she starts telling me about my ex-boyfriend's dad and how he knew too much and they tried to kill him. And I'm just like, this is really weird. I'm like, okay, well, I'll have to ask him about this. Well, he doesn't know anything about the assassination attempt. The deal is with his dad was he probably did know too much. And he was a third generation scientific glassblower. And so he was contracted by different governments and NASA to blow the scientific glass. And there's some shady stuff going on. So they try to get rid of him. He didn't die. He lived. And later on, he died of complications from that accident. So I'm just hanging out, chit-chatting by myself. Okay. Melvin. So that's in my book. So I didn't know what that meant or why I needed to know that, but it came from the oddest source with very odd stories attached to it. Let's see. Where can we go? Man. Okay. Let's just put it out there. I'm sick of witches. I hate witches. Bad witches. If you're a good witch, you do white magic, you do good, you're cool. You got ill intent, it's going to come back at you. Trust me, it will come back at you. So, yeah. Let's see. Come on, Victoria. I'm about ready to go to bed. It's still light out. Oh my goodness. I'm really tired of this Gilgamesh guy too. Oh. So I just had this guy on, Joanne, last night. I don't know what this Melvin, the details of his, what he's done to help himself, his treatments. But last night had on Noah Hammond Tyrell, and his dad had liver cancer, and he said I think it was 60% of his liver had cancer on it, and they started doing CBD and juicing, specifically, for the liver. And within 4 months, there was no traces of the cancer. So I don't really watch other. There's only one other podcast I really watch, and that's Three Beards. So I'll plug them. Craig and Austin and Chris over there at Three Beards. So yeah, I'm gonna be so tired tonight. See. By the time this book comes out, I'll probably have shared the whole thing. So oh, it's so bone chilling. Okay, so that's a very boring session in my book. I'm reading my book. Craig is not Canadian. Craig is from the West Coast. He's from Oregon. They're talking Craig from Three Beards, right? He's from Oregon. But they're all... She said there's some sort of basement. What are you asking? Is this the one with the Indian artifacts in the base? Ask him. Yes. What do you mean? I need more words. I'm psychic, but I can't read minds. The one you did before. I don't think this is the same. I don't think this is the same place. She tries to find different places. Huh? He's Canadian? He's not Canadian. He will tell me he's Canadian? I don't think so. Oh, God. I'm all over the place. Okay, so because, I just talked about, I'll ask Craig if he's Canadian. Show me your passport. A. So Charlie the Angel, he brought up this code and he made it such a big deal. It was like, okay, I got to ask if this is true. I asked somebody and they're like, oh yeah, you need to write code. I'm like, okay. So it's part of like my investigation here. So this is one of my sessions I had. In regards to this code, do I need protection? The healer. Oh, that's a good one. Will you need additional protection? Are you talking about canceling the contract? No, well, see, I still need to write the code. So ask if I need to write this code. So she's doing muscle testing during this thing. And so I still need to write the code. So ask if I need to write this code. Okay, she said yes. I got a yes. And okay, well, that's just gonna take us up. We're gonna have to use the next session. And I got a few other questions. Does it have to do with the eighth dimension? I get yes. So there's that number 8 again. So I have to write this code for the 8th dimension. But later I find out it's the matrix of creation. So, and I'm all over here going, man, what did I do? What did I do in my past life? Did I do something horrible? That's like the worst feeling. It's like I have all this crap I got to deal with. So I'm like, did I close that 8th dimensions? Did I close intergalactic travel? No. Did I close a door to protect humanity? No. And then I got questions from my healer. Then we got off track. Okay, it was just like, this was like, I played 20 questions with so many different elements in this book. It was insane. So, I got a confirmation that angels sing to me. Yes. So, and then I asked about Charlie. Was he an angel? No. So I asked about my ex-boyfriend. She's like, that didn't end up with you being burned at the stake? So yeah, we had other lifetimes and we were married at one time. So what else about this stupid code? Man, my book is like messing with me because this Gilgamesh character, I find out this is gonna mess. It's still messing with my mind. So Gilgamesh, because that Tower of Babel crap, is also known as Adam. He's also known as Nimrod. He's also known as Lucifer. What? And they're all in the Bible. So I don't even want to pull my Bible out and try to like stick another name in there because that's some messed up stuff. It just hurts my head. Yeah, I asked about a great grandmother of mine. I asked if I was a Knights Templar before. Yes, I was. I think I was killed during that battle, and what was it, 1304, between the church and the Templars, and I was a big heavy dude, and they took my eye. They took my eye. So, okay. So in the process of this, I use a psychologist. I mean, let's do something traditional. So I get a psychologist. They were psychic. I get a hypnotist. They're psychic. It's like, I was like, is there anybody that does traditional therapy that's not a psychic? Oh my God. Okay. So yeah, this is really early on. I might have to. I know I got a lot of editing to do. She was doing various things. That great grandmother of mine, she has been blasted to Kingdom Come. I don't even know where she's at now. I don't care. She can stay there. Yeah, I was uncovering family secrets and these things. Yep. This is really early on. Let's find something fun. Take that out of there. Come on, Victoria. I'm ready to go to sleep. Longest show I've ever had. I'll talk about Elvis since I saw Elvis. Yes, I was burned at the stake. It's because I was going to expose the truth. I was Gilgamesh's best friend, Enkidu. And if you know the story, it's not exactly how it's written in either of the tablet sets that we had. But Enkidu's, it's either Gilgamesh or Enkidu is going to die. So it's Enkidu's the one to die. So in the book, it doesn't talk about being burned at the stake. And Enkidu's a man in the book, and I was a woman. And it's a love story. And it's so crazy. I mean, this makes my head hurt. I'm like, oh my God. Yeah, I was going to tell the truth. They didn't want the truth known. So they killed me. So in that lifetime, I made a vow to come back. And I've been trying for like 5,000 years to tell the truth. And now I'm going to tell the truth through my book. But it's so crazy. Everything's so crazy. Like, I really have to write this and put this out there. So, like, in that lifetime before I got burned at the stake, my friend Gilgamesh, he's like, I'll help you out. He's like, I promise. So he's stalking me for the last 5,000 years. And it's like, he's like, I'll help. He just watches me die and I watch him die. So, but he hid a treasure. And like I just said, Gilgamesh was Nimrod. He was Adam. He was Lucifer. He's a fallen angel. Well, Enkidu was an angel that came here to get him. But anyways, he hides this treasure in a cave, and I come when I'm like getting towards the end of my book, and I'm like finding the fallen angel stuff. I come across the story. It's called The Cave of Treasures, and I started getting psychic hits on it. And I'm like, this is the same cave because I actually channeled the cave and the contents of the cave and had clues where the cave's at. And this story's about Adam and Eve and the Cave of Treasure. So if you go look it up, I wasn't Eve, but and then like Ishtar is so crazy. It's like, when you get drunk and you got to put your foot on the floor to stop the room from spinning, it's kind of like that, but it's still spinning because I'm just not going to deal with this crazy confusion. But there's going to be a real interest in this cave. It's got gold. It's got knowledge. It has plans, concepts, ideas written down about a civilization that Gilgamesh and Enkidu were going to start in Egypt. And by the way, I was a real estate agent way back when. I was selling him real estate in this lifetime and that lifetime. And yeah, so we were going to start a new civilization for people because Ishtar and her cult were doing really rotten, ugly things. So, bye, Joanne. Thanks for tuning in. I'm ready to go. Girl. I know I shouldn't have got on early. That's okay. I'll just sit here and talk to myself. But the Theory of Eight's coming. And a lot of stuff that's not in the book will be used for the promotion. So Decoding Zeppelin is not in the book. It's going to be online. It's a series. However it comes out, it's going to come out. But in the process of doing that, like I said earlier, I'm going to have to really give a lot of background to what my story's about in order to decipher the lyrics and the artwork. There's only 3 album covers that maybe 4. One of them I'm like, I don't know. So that'd be Coda, Mothership. I think that's Led Zeppelin. 2, 3. I don't know. Something like that. Let me see. Physical graffiti doesn't do anything for me. It's interesting. There's something there. There is code there. And it's very similar to the Mothership. But there's... And then Led Zeppelin 4. Is this... I think maybe it is Led Zeppelin 1. The inside. No. It's this one. It's Led Zeppelin 2. Yeah. Yeah, they were doing stuff. Anybody want a reading? I am doing readings. I have the records open. I have my cards. I'm just waiting for Victoria Chapman. What's this one? Oh, yeah, and the symbols. There's one I'm not certain about. And I'm an old school writer that doesn't like to use their computer to write or do research. So I got journals upon journals and papers upon papers. I just write stuff on. It's like, oh, I gotta write this down. Hi, Judy. Judy. I'm gonna do some Saints and Angels card for you. I hope those people are okay in Tennessee. Animals. Okay, I'm not picking anything up, but I don't know if this makes sense to you. Okay. I got animal card for you, Judy. Animals. I don't know if you have any animals or you have an interest in animals. I just don't feel that's very connected to you at all. I got believe. So strengthen your beliefs that things will work out. And then I got retreat. So take time out. I still feel like you're still trying to get organized or in your home or maybe did you move? Painting something. I wasn't sure if it was a cat or if it was a bird or that you had birds in the past or maybe outside. Okay. Not moving. Did you paint? I know you were cleaning things up. It feels like in your home, it feels lighter. I don't know if you got new lights, new paint, like fresh paint. Good God. Look at me trying to talk about my book. Oh, yeah, I felt birds. I saw a yellow bird, like a parakeet. So I'm all talking about my book now. I'm gonna have to talk about my book for you. It's okay. It's still got a ways to go. A lot of edit. And then market. Uh, that was it pretty heavy, Judy? This is like in the pit of my stomach. I feel very like there's like this darkness around that situation. And I feel like it's like it's the third sister. Okay. Well, never know. I don't know. There's something about move with that. Yeah, I really get that. This X is no good. The X is no good. It's like this. Sisters are like, just go away. Move. That's what that means. Move. Go away. Yeah. That's right. Yeah. Well, the sisters like the telling the ex go like they don't want anything to do with her because obviously they don't like her. Um, she's causing the sister a lot of trouble. She's making her upset and upsetting her like stomach, like making her like physically ill. So I don't know if you talked to the sister. That's got to be hard. I think Joe's kind of laughing about that. It's sad, but he kind of thinks it's funny. Freaking Joe. He's a character. Okay, man. I don't know about that. We're supposed to be. I don't know what's going on. Oh, this is weird. What the heck? Ghost cats? Oh my god. Okay. It's 8 o'clock. Anybody want a reading? I might shut this down because I'm tired. Because I've been on here an hour and a half. Right? Yeah. She's so dark. I just see her as this dark energy. Talking of dark energy, this last paranormal investigation that I did with Victoria, this particular house, or it's like a mansion, it used to, oh, it's a bed and breakfast still. And yeah, she's dark. Underneath this house are caves and springs, and these things go way, way down, like tunnels under the into the earth, like beyond the caves. And there's this dark ick that lives in there. It's so freaky. I wish everybody could see what I see. It's like I went back and watched one of these, and I'm like, yeah, people can't see what I see. They have to be able to do this so they can watch this with me. We can do it together. Yeah, that place was super creepy. Like every single place is going to be different, but that place, um, like I said, Chip Coffee's been there like 4 times. Um, I was like, because I'm just kind of new at doing this kind of work, and so I'm like, this is really weird. Like, because I was getting stuff like a film on the windows, and um, then like getting, I don't know, feeling it in my body that there was stuff on the walls. And so I figured out, because she told me there was um a cult that lived there, and they were doing like rituals and ceremonies, and I go, they were trying to kill somebody. There was like remnants that they had found of like curses, and they had warded the windows in this place so that they were protected from other people being able to remote view them. And it's a trip. No, she's not. I haven't heard from her. I'm waiting. I'm just sitting here chatting, blabbing, talking about experiences. I might even pull this off. I don't know. Um, she hasn't gone live yet, so um, let's see. No, I don't want those. Nope, no lives yet. She usually does it from her page. Okay, Victoria. All right. Oh. Well, it'll be tomorrow, Melinda. I thought it was tonight. That's okay. I'm just you didn't You didn't correct me on the date, Victoria. It said tonight. Well, hails bells. I'm going to pull you some cards. So, yeah. Talking. You know, Elvis has been hanging out with me lately. That guy's a trip. Hey, it's okay. I came and chatted with my peeps. Yes, it's tomorrow. Okay. Yeah. Elvis has been coming. Like, he came and he was like super freaked out and he was telling me about this. I'm like, dude, I can't be afraid. I'm not afraid of that. Not so much from the Thomas house. I don't know. I think I have a connection to him. Wow, Judy. Very cool. No, he just comes like, I got this deal going with John Lennon. We've got this joke going on. Elvis. He'll come in the bathroom. I'll be doing my hair. I'm like, I don't want Elvis hair today. It doesn't become me. Smile. I look in the mirror. I'm like, oh, my hair's sticking up like Elvis. It's been a lot. Ain't nothing but a hound dog over here. We didn't really talk about that. We got other stuff going on. Okay. This is for Victoria. Practice makes perfect. So you're figuring something out. And make sure you get good sleep and believe. Yeah, I feel that he said yes. Like, he didn't say yes, but he communicated yes that he was in love with the cousin. But it's like, that's in the past. Like, even when he was alive, that was kind of like, there was still affection there, but he had grew past it. Our conversations are different. Like, I see visions. So he was showing me this this really evil looking thing, and like, what am I gonna do? I can't be afraid. Hi, Lisa's. Would you like a reading? So let me pull these cards out. Yeah. So I gotta pull this picture out that I drew of John Lennon years ago and put it up because we got this joke going. Yeah, that I was picking Elvis up all over that place, especially like I was seeing him in the Jeep in his uniform. I saw him like the outdoor like bowling or like games outside. That was an interesting house. Okay. Okay, this is for Lisa's or Lee. Sensuality. Express your sensuality, whether it's through your sexual activities or dance or movement or through creative artwork. Dolphin, don't worry, be happy. So I feel like there's some sort of movement that you do that makes you happy. And epiphany, seek clarity. So ask for clarity in a question. Is that right? So I got this. That was for Lisa. I hope you got something out of that. John Lennon. Yeah, I've got one where his hair's longer, the Ono times, with the glasses on. Did an art class years ago and drew that, I guess, recreational. But I got this joke going on with him that he's the guru. And I was joking with him. I'm going to put this up and you're going to be the guru and we have to come up with a chant. And the chant, I don't know if you guys remember this. I don't know how it's been 10, 15 years ago. Or they had that cat and so Long John Silver, something like that. So that was going to be our chant and he's going to be our guru. It was just a big joke. Because I kept telling him, you're not funny, you're not funny, you're not funny. Like, you're too serious. Like, and so he did play a joke on me, So he got me good because he got George Harrison in on it and he got Robin Williams in on it. And I'm like, did this just really happen? I even had to go to another site and go, did he pull a joke on me? And they're like, yeah, he did. So, I still have to say he's not funny. He's like, I got you. For grief. Oh my God. Is Lisa, grief. I really feel this in your stomach. Like, I don't know if you've been crying a lot. So when you cry a lot, you don't feel good and you get sick to your stomach. I kind of feel like you're feeling like that right now. Is this someone that has passed away or is this grief from... Was this a child? Is this a child that I'm like seeing like casts? A child like in a hospital bed? Okay. No. I feel this is very deep and I don't... Oh, okay. Because I was just gonna tell you, like, you need to talk to somebody. Like, you have to express this grief. You I almost feel like you, in this situation, you may benefit from meeting a therapist to talk about this at least once, or somebody like that, counselor. Um, but what I'm also getting is that you need to verbally out loud talk to this friend of yours, um, and ask them to give you answers. And speak and look, you need to be aware, because this person will give you answer. They will, whether it's the clock, the numbers on the clock, or a song on the radio, or something on TV. You might just catch a phrase of it. You might even, there's so many ways you can do this, that they communicate with us. But for you to express this to them and then just wait for the answer, maybe it'll come to you that they're talking to you, or they'll talk to you in your dreams. So I hope that helps you, Lisa. Because I feel very sick from. So take care of yourself, get some sleep, drink some water, and maybe take some vitamins, because your body's getting depleted from all of the emotional upset that you're feeling. So I'm going to take off because the show's not until tomorrow. I would have been here for 24 hours. Okay. I got some chatting. Good night, everyone. Unless somebody else wants a reading. I can do a reading because there's like 4 people in here. That's so funny. I'm going to go. Bye. Oh, bye, Judy. Bye, Lisa. Bye, Laura. Whoever else is in here. Victoria. Oh my God, that's funny.